Hello, hello, hello! How are you guys doing today? Okay, look at how much snow there is in my coat. There is on my coat. Oh my god. Whew. Okay, so I just, for my Peter Does Stuff channel video, Peter Does Stuff channel video, I am out of breath and I am having a hard time collecting my thoughts. Okay, so hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Sunday. Okay, so I just got back from taking a walk in the snowstorm for my Peter Does Stuff channel. And I was going to go inside. I was going to change this coat because this coat is like wet. And it's like, I was just saying on my walk that I did, I said, I love this aloe coat. It's real cute. Alex was like, because today I was going to wear it. And I was like, I don't know. It's like so puffy. It's kind of hard to move in and stuff like that. He's like, if you don't want that coat, I'll take it from you. I was like, no, I love the coat. It's just like, it's like the Abominable Snowman. It's really like hard to walk in and stuff like that. So I love the coat. It's just, it's a lot. But when, I don't know, like, I don't know if it's supposed to, like, really, like, be a workout coat. I don't think it's supposed to be, like, a workout coat. It's supposed to just be, like, a cute coat. Because I don't know how anybody could work out in this thing, okay? Like, I mean, I literally walked down and back, and it was, like, 15-minute video, and I'm, like, like, out of breath, like, just from this coat, you know? I mean, I walk for, like, an hour and a half, and I'm not out of breath when I walk for an hour and a half. So it's totally this coat, and I'm, like, what is going on with this, like, coat? I mean, it is, like, I don't know if you guys can see it. It is, like, so puffy. So, that did not sound good. Okay, it's puffy. The coat is puffy. Anyway, so I came back here and I was like, okay, I just got a fountain pop about a half an hour ago at the gas station. So I was like, I'm going to go get my fountain pop. I'm going to change coats. We're going to be very professional for this vlog today. And then I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to sit down here and just vlog. He's like on the phone talking to somebody. I was talking to a friend because I can hear him. He's like in there, they're like laughing and stuff. So anyway, I was like, I think I'm just going to sit down here and I'm just going to like start my vlog. So I already filmed about 15 minutes on my Peter Does Stuff channel. So I don't know how much battery I have left over here. 15 or 20 minutes. I don't remember how long that video was. I think it was actually, it ended up being like 4. I looked. I don't have my reading glasses. Do I have them in my pocket? No, I don't have them in my pocket. But I looked at like the camera and I was kind of like, it either said like 14 or 16 minutes. So it's like one of those. So whatever I have left of this battery is what we have. And I can go in and change the battery after that. With this coat, it's actually not cold at all. But the temperature, I looked in the car on the way home, was 22 degrees. And it felt very, very cold earlier. It doesn't really feel that cold like walking around it and stuff. So, okay, first of all, I'll tell you guys what I did last night, what we did today and stuff like that. But I just have to tell you, I was laying in bed last night going to sleep, and I was like, you are still like that kid that is so excited for a snowstorm. Like, I am. Like, I can remember being a little kid, and I don't know, like, I don't even know, like, if it was just, like, the beauty of the snow, or, like, I mean, we played in the snow when I was kids and stuff like that. I mean, we would, like, make forts and snowmen, and I feel like we didn't really make that many snowmen. I kind of think we felt like, kind of like, what was the point? As kids, all of us in the neighborhood, it is kind of strange when I look back on this, that we all were very, like, productivity minded. You know, it's like, there's no point in a snowman, right? Like, we were going to achieve some stuff. Like, we were building forts. We were building, you know what I'm talking about? Like, that's the kind of stuff that we did as a neighborhood. It's kind of weird when I think about that. But anyway, we would have, like, snowball fights and stuff like that. But we built a few snowmen here or there. We would go sledding sometimes. The thing is that I grew up in the woods, and so like our house was against the woods, our cul-de-sac was in the woods. I mean, it was like deep woods. It wasn't like this. I mean, it was like deep woods. And so you could walk for miles in the woods, and like right behind our house was a creek. And so you could just follow the creek literally for, I don't know, probably like 5-10 miles if you wanted to. I don't even remember how far the longest we ever went. So in weather like this, the creek would freeze over. I mean, it wasn't like super deep. It would get super deep in parts, but it wasn't like behind our house. It wasn't that deep at all. In the summer, we would go like crawdad, like, you know, we'd look under rocks for crawdads and stuff like that, and tadpoles and all that. But in the winter, it would freeze. And so it was a perfect place to walk because, you know, there'd be like the ravine, and then down here, like 5 feet, 10 feet down would be the creek. And so we would all just go down there as kids, like just me and one other person, or like us and like 5 or 10 people in the neighborhood. I mean, it was never 10, but like 5 of us. We would go down and just like walk the creek bed, you know? I mean, I can remember it like getting dark and we were still on the creek bed and we're like, where are we? And we like have to look up at houses and kind of like figure out like by houses that we knew of like friends of ours that lived, because we'd be like in completely different neighborhoods, you know? that was what we did mostly, was like we walked the creek in the wintertime. I mean, we were just outside for hours and hours and hours, but I loved snowstorms back in the day. I talked yesterday on here about the blizzard of 78 and all that kind of stuff, but like I can remember just being like, oh my God, praying for a snow day from school. And we actually, when I was growing up, we got quite a few snow days. It's weird because like today, well, so yesterday, a couple days ago, I was talking about the storm coming, and somebody said, don't they, like, do they have snow days today in Indiana, or do they just do e-learning? And I think I said something about it. I was like, that's actually kind of a good point. Like, after the lockdown, like, why would they have snow days? Do you see all the snow here? I was like, why would they have, like, snow days? Why would they not just do e-learning? Well, last night we went to my brother and sister-in-law's, which was so fun. I'll talk about that in a second, but... So I was asking Carlitos, and I said, so if you guys get a snow day tomorrow, and he's like, well, we don't go back to school till Tuesday anyway. I go, oh, so you wouldn't have a snow? He goes, well, I mean, we don't have school tomorrow. And I was like, okay. And then he goes, but we don't get snow days anymore. He goes, we do e-learning. And I was like, oh, you do? And he was like, yeah. I was like, oh, funny, somebody was just asking me about that on a video the other day. And he was like, yeah, he's like, we don't get snow days anymore. We do e-learning. So apparently there is no such thing as a snow day in Indiana anymore. But I, like, just on the news was seeing, like school delays and all the cancellations. So I don't know how that's true. I don't know how that works. Maybe it's private schools. I don't know. Because the ones that I saw were private schools. I don't know. So anyway, but businesses are closing down here. Cafe Patachou today closed early. Our friend that works there, she's like, I left already. She was like, but I'm just going to let you guys know it's closing real early today. She was like, so if you, because we usually go in there about like 2:15, 2:30, and they were closing at 2 today. So she was like, just letting you guys know. But businesses are closing and stuff. So I am always like so excited. Like when I was a kid, I was just like, I couldn't wait for a snow day. And like I said, like when I was growing up as a kid, we got quite a few snow days. I mean, it was fun. I can remember it, you know, like waiting up the night before and like before you would go to bed. It always seemed like it never was the night before, that they would like put the, you know, the tape across the bottom of the screen and say all the school closings. I mean, we didn't have the computers and the apps back in the day, so you had to like look it up on the news. You had to wait and see the news, and you know. And then I can remember like getting up for school. You know, my dad called me every morning to wake me up for school to make sure I was up for school. And I can remember, like, some mornings my dad would call me and I, like, stumble, you know, and, like, the phone was on this table right inside my mom's bedroom door, and I would go, like, stumble in there to open the, or answer the phone, and he'd say, hey, Pete, school's closed today, there's no school. And I'd be like, really, Dad? And he's like, yeah, it was, like, a snow day. So I would, like, go back into bed, you know, but, we got quite a few snow days when I was growing up as a kid, you know? I don't know, all this, like, I feel like some of this stuff, like, I understand the purpose of it with, like, you know, I don't know, like, with parents, I don't know, like, with the year-round school and e-learning and all this kind of stuff, but I feel like it kind of, like, some of the things that I feel like I learned the most from growing up as a kid, like, the things that were, like, the most I mean, maybe they have different things today, you know, I don't know, maybe kids are like, oh my God, do you guys remember when we were e-learning? I don't know, but, like, for me, like, snow days were such a, like, a big part of, like, me growing up, you know, like, especially in the Midwest. I mean, in other places, obviously, where there's not snow, you're not going to have snow days, but you're going to have other kind of weather issues, you know, so, I don't know, it just is weird to me that they don't have snow days, but anyway. So, like, I'm always really excited about snow. I don't even, like, remember, I don't think it just started with the snow days. I just always thought that snow was really pretty. My mom did, too. As I got older, like, my mom, like, she started to just really dislike it. And she would say, my dad has a very sarcastic point of view of snow. But my dad and my stepmom also were avid skiers when I was growing up. And so, like, we went skiing a lot, like, all over. My dad and my stepmom, I think, like, I went, like, twice, but they went, like, for years and years and years to, like, Stone Valley, Idaho, and Park City, Utah. I mean, for years they went there. We have a friend of ours who, like, they literally own a house on the mountain in Park City. And so my dad and my stepmom were, like, avid skiers for years. I mean, probably up until, like, 10 years ago. So, yeah, so my dad has kind of, like, his attitude about snow is, like, it's pretty, but, like, my dad is just, like, has kind of, like, a sarcastic attitude about everything. I mean, he's, like, all, like, it's constant humor, you know? My mom, she thought it was really pretty, but, like, as she got older, I think, like, fear kicked in, and she'd be like, well, what if the electricity goes out, or what if I can't get out of the house, and things like that. And so, and she also just didn't like it. She'd say, you know, like, I mean, seasonal affect disorder and stuff like that. She'd say, you know, the older you get, it just kind of like you don't like love snow the way that you did when you were younger. And it's interesting because I do feel that way. Like, I think it's so pretty, but like, I don't know, maybe not this year. I don't know. This year it feels a little bit different. I'm kind of like really like kind of like checking myself, you know, like what do I really think about that? I don't love like the gray and the dreariness. Like if we're gonna have the gray and the dreariness here, let me just show you guys this since you haven't, since this is on my other video. Well, somebody's getting ready to walk by any second, so hold on a second. Hello? If I'm gonna have like gray and dreariness outside, like it's very gray and dreary today. It's gonna take a second for this to focus in. Hold on a second. I don't even know if you guys can still see that it's still snowing. But anyway, I mean, it's like this is what it looks like every day outside, but just no snow. So then all this is just like kind of wet or dry and just like grass. I mean, but it's kind of sad, you know? And so if we're gonna have this, I would like to have the snow, because I think the snow is like a fun part of it, you know what I mean? Like at least it makes it so pretty. I think it is really, really pretty. Now, do I want snow every day between, I mean, the other thing is I don't go anywhere. So, I mean, for me, it's just like sitting inside and looking out the window in the kitchen. Oh, this treadmill, here we go. Okay, part of it for me is, somebody asked me, they're like, why don't you just use it outside the other treadmill that's 3 feet high instead of the table? Because I like to put stuff on the table while I'm vlogging usually. Like I usually set stuff up here while I'm vlogging. I mean, would I want it like this every day until like spring came? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I would. I feel a little bit different about it this year. I don't know. I will say this, that like, there's a couple people that watch my vlog that are from, like, Alaska. What's going on? There's a couple people from my vlog that are from, like, Alaska, Norway, and stuff that, like, are getting, like, massive amounts of snow, you know? And I'm always kind of jealous when I see their pictures posted and stuff. I'm kind of like, damn, like, or they'll, like, put pictures in the Vloggerinos group. I'm like, I wish we got that kind of snow, you know? Like, I live for that kind of snow. But I don't know, like, if every day, I mean, I guess, to be honest with you, yeah, maybe, like, December, January, part of February, I would love it. I mean, I don't go anywhere, so it's not like, I mean, and I also think that when you have you're getting a lot of snow like that, like, you're kind of used to, like, you know, having that, so it's not like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's very, very pretty. I don't know. But anyway, this is what I was going to say. I did get a little bit sad last night and also this morning because Boo Radley, Alex and I were actually talking about it. Boo Radley loved the snow. He, like, absolutely loved the snow and loved to, like, bounce around in it. Now, we were talking because, like, Pee-Pee hated it. Pee-Pee would come right over here. This is so funny. He would come right over here on, like, the concrete, okay? And so he wouldn't even, I don't know if I might as well just show you. He would come right here. He wouldn't even jump down over there. He would just come right up here where the concrete was. And he would just, and I'd be like, Pee-Pee, what are you doing? And he would just like look up at me and he would just be like, I'm not stepping down into the snow. I'm just not doing it. He just wouldn't do it. Tucker would go out in the snow, but he hated it. And he would kind of like prance. Like he was kind of like, ooh, it's too cold, it's too cold, it's too cold. He was so funny, that little dog. He was so cute. But Boo Radley, oh my God. Like I was just like, so on my Peter Desta video, our neighbor's dog was out. They have him in the backyard. He loves being out in the snow, and he just like runs the whole back, you know, yard and stuff like that. And he was barking, and I was barking back at him and stuff. But so I stopped my video. Did I say my vlog? I'm in my other video. So I stopped my video like down there and I walked back, and when I was walking back, like he like kind of met me, you know? And so I was like, what are you doing out here? And I was like talking to him and stuff like that. And he just like took off running like out of nowhere, like back to the backyard. And it really reminded me of Boo Radley. Like Boo Radley loved the snow. Like this snow, oh my God, he would have like he'd jump around in it and stuff like that. He thought it was funny. He loved it. He loved the snow, and he'd like burrow his nose in it and stuff like that. So, yeah. Alex and I were talking last night about the dogs and about, like, you know, the sadness that goes along with losing a dog, but also the gratitude. I mean, Alex brought it up, but also the gratitude of, like, having the experience of having had those dogs. You know, we were kind of, like, just kind of going down memory lane a little bit. But, yeah, so, like, I was laying in bed last night, and I was like, please, just, like, let us... have like a huge snowstorm, please. I just want a huge storm, just once. I was like, I followed like the different channels on YouTube that you guys told me to. They swore we were getting 10 to 14 inches. I mean, if we're going to get 10 to 14 inches, it's going to have to pick up a little bit and start snowing a little bit faster, because it's kind of coming down like this. It's like pretty, I mean, it's snowing. I don't even know if you can see it on camera. I mean, it's snowing, but it's like, it's not going to be, I mean, we probably have down on the ground now an inch and a half, 2 inches maybe. Alex said half an inch when we were going to the grocery store, but I'm like, I don't know, it looks a little bit more than that. Maybe a half an inch. No, an inch and a half to 2 inches. I don't know. It looks like maybe an inch and a half. And we were supposed to get 6 to 12 inches of snow. I mean, ma'am. But they were saying that it's supposed to pick up later. So I don't know. I have a feeling this is it. I was talking about this in my, my Peter Does Stuff video. I was talking about how, like, I was on Facebook last night, okay? And, like, it was, like, a lot of people that I went to, like, you know, high school with and stuff like that. But all these, like, people are like, oh, yeah, we're supposed to get all this snow. Sure, it's never going to happen. And then people were like, can we just be done with snow, blah, blah. And it was, like, all this bitter attitude about the snow. And I was like, I understand, okay, that snow is inconvenient and that people don't like it and whatever. But can we just, like, enjoy the moment of just, like, the beauty of the snow and, like, maybe a snow day for some of us out there? I mean, like, can we just maybe appreciate that? You know, it's like, I've talked to some of my friends and they're like, oh, I have to go to work tomorrow. And they're like, yeah, I still love the snow. It's like, they're not like, you know, they're just like, you know, enjoying the moment of it. I just feel like I saw all these like bitter attitudes online last night, you know, about like, oh, sure, snowstorm. Like, why does everybody get excited about a snowstorm? I don't know, because it's maybe one of the only natural cool things that happens in Indiana that we can still get excited about is the possibility of a snowstorm, you know? It is pretty. It's very, very pretty. So anyway, I was like laying in bed and I was like, God, please let us just have like a snowstorm. Just one. Like just one, you know? Actually, I think this is more snow than we got all last year. I don't think we got this much snow at all last year. Although I have been tracking on my phone like every time we get a snow. And then I woke up and like I woke up and I looked at the clock and it was like 9 o'clock and I ran to the window. No snow. And I came back and Alex was like, he like rolled over. He goes, I already looked. There's no snow. I was like huffed back into bed. I was so mad. And then I woke up and it was like, I can't remember what time it was, but I woke up and I like looked outside and it just like it started snowing. It was like, and I said, the blizzard's here. And he goes, we're not going to have a blizzard. It's not going to be a blizzard. And I go, why are you trying to ruin this for me? He started laughing. He goes, if you want a blizzard, babe, we can have a blizzard. He goes, we can act like it's a blizzard. He goes, even though it'll probably only be 2 or 3 inches of snow. I was like, why do you have to be so bitter about this? He just started laughing. Everybody that I know, like Tanya thinks it's pretty, she doesn't like the snow. Caroline thinks it's pretty, she doesn't like the snow. Alex, he doesn't even think it's pretty. He just like, no, he goes, white, I'd rather be on a white sand beach. He doesn't think it's pretty. But a lot of my friends do. Like Nikki loves the snow so much. So anyway, so yeah. Okay, so last night, so I've been like hoping for the snowstorm, okay? So fingers crossed that we get enough that I am impressed, but not enough that it shuts down things. Let me just tell you, and I knew that this is what was going to happen. Late last night, I was like, if the electricity goes out, because they were talking about sleet and rainstorms and like freezing ice. This is literally like some flurries is kind of what it is, it feels like. And I was like making sure that all my chargers that I bought online were all charged up. And I was like, oh, I better have some shows on my iPad downloaded. I downloaded... I was so embarrassed to tell you all that. I downloaded 3 seasons of shows. I downloaded 10 episodes, I think it's 10 episodes, of The Night Agent Season 1, 10 episodes of The Recruit Season 1, and I think it's like 6 or 8 episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race Australia. I was like, here we are, we're going to be in a blizzard for days. I'm going to make sure I have TV shows to watch on my iPad because the Wi-Fi will be out, all kinds of stuff. And as I was sitting there, okay, as I was sitting there downloading these shows at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I was like, we ain't getting no snow. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I was like, as soon as I started downloading those shows, because some bitter-ass person, this is what I'm talking about, some bitter-ass person on the Facebook last night put, y'all know as soon as you buy up all that bread and milk, because people are putting on things, like this one guy put on there something like, I was just talking about this in my last video, he said, y'all do realize that the snow is going to be cleaned up and gone in 24 hours and the roads will be dry. There's no need to buy out milk and whatever, right? This other guy said, what did he say? He said something about, if you guys go buy up all the milk and bread, why is it always milk and bread? I don't know. But if you guys go buy, like, for French toast, and Alex always says this too. He's like, and what for? Because you can't make anything because electricity's out. But anyway, so, like, I don't know what my husband would do with the air fryer. I mean, we just went to the grocery store and everything he bought was for the air fryer. He bought chicken tenders, he bought pizza rolls, everything is for the air fryer. He's already made chicken fingers. We came in the door. I'm like getting groceries out. It was literally like, I said to him, I go, ever heard the saying, too many cooks in the kitchen? I'm trying to get all the groceries, my groceries out and put them in the refrigerator. He's at the air fryer already heating it up, cooking chicken tenders, which I kind of prefer I think I'm going to start calling them chicken tendies because I like that better. But anyway, this person put on the Facebook something like, you know, as soon as you buy up all the milk and bread, it's not going to snow, right? And so I thought about that because I thought, oh, that's so true, right? But then I was like, as soon as I was like downloading all these shows, I was on like, and then I was like, should I download RuPaul's Drag Race? Do I have enough? I always do this when we get like travel too. I always download, I mean, literally like 15 movies and... It's part of why I got a bigger iPad. Well, because I lost my last one, but it's part of why when I got this new one, I got like more memory so I could download more. It's the only thing I use my iPad for is to watch TV on. And I get a lot of use out of that. But anyway, so I was like, should I download RuPaul's Drag Race? I was like, well, you don't know how long the electricity is going to be out for. Okay, let's just put this. So, like 45 minutes a show, let's just round it up to an hour, okay? 10 episodes a season, that's 26 hours of constant TV watching that I have. No naps at all in there, okay? But anyway, I knew as soon as I downloaded those damn shows, I was like, well, here we go. We're not going to get any snow now. I was so sadness about it. I was like, this sucks. Like, we get no snow. So anyway... I mean, it's still snowing. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you even see that it's snowing out here at all? I feel like I have to kind of like go out into the... It doesn't look like it's snowing at all, does it? If I put it up like that, does it? Can you see it? Here, I'm going to walk you out here and I'll show you that it's snowing to prove to y'all. Can you see? There you can see. Christmas time is over. Christmas time is over. Christmas time is not here. Christmas time is over. It's over. Okay, so let me tell you what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to go inside and I'm going to get my fountain pop and I'm going to get another battery in case this one dies. So I will be back in 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. Stupid tripod. I just changed the battery so that I don't have to change it when it dies. Do you know what I think I did? I think that when I did my Peter Does Stuff video showing my other camera and the new tripod and the old tripod, because you know I have 2 of these tripods. Well, I had them both sitting out next to the computer. And I think I put the one away, throw it away, of course not, save it. I mean, you don't know, a broken tripod that doesn't work, you should probably save that, Peter Monn. I think I actually kept out the old one, and I put the newer one in, not the new one that I just bought, but like of the 2, the one that works better. I think I put it, I kept the older one out, and anyway, you get it. So, okay, here's my fountain pop, Diet Dr. Pepper. Oh my god, I went to the Thorntons today, the gas station. I was so excited. I love the Thorntons so much. And I went in there and they have like, so I know all the people that work in the Thorntons, of course, why wouldn't I? But anyway, of course, why wouldn't you? And I walk in there, I was like, I mean, I haven't been into the Thorntons, I don't know, it's probably been like 2 or 3 weeks. And I was like, what happened? And the girl that works in there, she's like, oh, we got a facelift. And I was like, you sure did. I mean, they have an entire new fountain pop place. Okay, fountain pop place. Fountain pop, like, I mean, it is, the old one, it was so old. I kind of lived for it, though, because, I mean, it was like, you know, 1975 Fountain Pop Central. You had, like, 4 options or something like that. This one, I mean, it's not the 10,000 pop machine. I want one of those in my kitchen. But it's really nice. It is really nice. The only thing is, years ago, Tanya and I only drank crushed ice. She still does. I don't love crushed ice as much anymore. I like the cube ice, okay? But they only had crushed ice there. But anyway, see Thorntons. Tons of flavor, okay? Any size, small, this is extra large. Any size you can get for 98 cents or 89 cents. I don't know, but I think that's a pretty good buy, don't you? I mean, it's basically a 2-liter. So anyway, this is a Diet Dr. Pepper. It tastes kind of a little flat. This is why, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It tastes a little flat. This is why, and I bought also a 12-pack of Diet Dr. Pepper as well. This is why you don't leave the gas station without tasting your fountain pop. That is the first thing. If I got in a car and I said to Tanya, like we drove away, and I said, this is flat, she'd say, I don't know what to tell you. You should have tasted it before you left the gas station. She's said that to me a million times. Anyway, it'll do. It's fine. Yeah, there's something a little off about it. I don't know. I can't necessarily, like, figure out what it is. This is the kind of shit that drives me crazy, first of all, okay? Like, what is wrong with this fountain pop? Like, is it the carbonation? I don't know. I mean, it tastes kind of carbonated, but it tastes kind of flat. There's, like, a taste issue, but I don't know if the taste is, like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, there's my neighbor coming home. Neighbor next door. What was I gonna say? Okay, so I go inside. This is so funny. And I go inside. First of all, our entire house smells like a chicken tender. Okay, I'm so over it. He loves that air fryer so much. And whoever sent it to us, I just want to say thank you. My husband, like, uses it literally every day of his life. But our entire house, like, for the next hour, will smell like, oh, my neighbor, she was coming out across the street to look at the snow. She literally did one of these. And then walked back inside. For the next hour, our house, we'll have to burn so many candles and have, like, air sprays and things like that, because our house smells like chicken dinners 24 hours a day. No, it doesn't. It'll only just be, like, for an hour. But anyway, so I go inside. Alex pauses his TV show that he's watching. So he's watching Traders UK. I think he's on the second season now, because he stayed up so late last night watching the first season. He goes, guess what? And I go, what? And I thought he was going to tell me, they just came out and said we're getting 15 more inches of snow tonight. That's what I thought he was going to tell me. And so I'm like, what? And he goes, one of his, like, really close friends just got engaged. And I go, oh. He goes, you're not excited? I go, no, that's exciting. That's real exciting. He goes, well, what did you think I was going to tell you? I go, that we were getting more snow. He goes, you in this snow business. I go, well, show me your ring. So he showed me her ring and stuff like that. She's real excited. So Alex now has, I think, is it 3 or 4 friends that are engaged in this year? I said, oh, when's her wedding? He goes, oh, it was so funny because we were talking the other night about, like, if another friend of his gets married on New Year's and stuff like that. I said, only if it's a destination wedding. Only if it's a destination wedding. But anyway, so, and he'll probably be in these weddings too, which means that I'll just get to be the plus one. We got lots of wedding vlogs coming up in 2025, okay? If you thought that was something the other day, we talk about that wedding. Oh no, we got lots of, the difference with the weddings that will be coming up is that, like, I know a lot of people that are gonna be in the wedding, like, will be in the wedding, so I'll know a lot of the people, because these are, like, his closest girlfriends. So, that's exciting. So, congratulations to friend number 4 that I won't mention on here. I'm excited about all of his friends. Well, this is the thing with all of his girlfriends. So, that friend that got engaged, I actually met her years and years and years and years ago. I think he's been friends with her longer than all the girls that are engaged right now. Anyway, so, her now fiance, I love them both. They're both really, really sweet. And then his 2 other friends that, well, the one friend that got the first engaged, that he was, like, went to the engagement, I'm, like, really close with the fiance. Like, really, really close. And then his other friend, that's probably his closest friend out of the group, that got engaged in the middle. And I love her fiance too. So, like, those will be fun weddings. But I think, like, one is doing, like, something small here. One is doing a destination wedding. And the one that got engaged, she was like, she doesn't know what's going on yet. So, but yeah, that's exciting, isn't it? Is it as exciting as us getting 15 inches of snow? I mean, I don't know about that, but... Okay, so let me just tell you, though. We did go to the grocery store today. We'll kind of work our way back. So, our friend texted us, and she was, like, from Cafe Patashu, and she was like, hey, I'm already gone, but I just want to let you know Patashu is closing early today. And she was like, so I know you guys usually come in, like, you know, like, 2:15, 2:30, and she was like, but they're closing at 2. So I was like, I was so hungry for Cafe Patashu today, too. So I was like, okay, I was like, well, what are you going to do? And he was like, I don't know, I only have 1 pizza and, like, 1 serving of chicken fingers left. I do not know how my husband stays so svelte. There is something off about this. I don't know what's... I mean, I'll drink it, because listen, I did not buy this whole thing to not drink it, but... It tastes like very cherry is what it tastes like. And I didn't, like, add any regular Dr. Pepper to it. I mean, this is just straight up Diet Dr. Pepper. And there was something like maybe like a cherry syrup to it. But I didn't hit any cherry syrup, like, button or anything on there. Carolyn and I still need to go to that Swig place. My hoodie is, like, frozen. Do you guys see this? But anyway, so I was like, well, what are you gonna... Do you need stuff from the grocery store? He's like, do you want me to take you to the grocery store? I was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, there's some things I could get, too. So I go to the grocery store. I got something to review for tomorrow, but that wasn't like, I mean, it was these drinks. He's like this lemonade and this iced tea that I got to review. We went to Fresh Time, and I was like, okay, be good. I was like, be good. Because, you know, if we go to Cafe Patachou, it's like, I get half of a sandwich, I bring the other half of the sandwich home, I have that for, like, basically my dinner. So I eat pretty healthy on Sundays. I don't really go overboard or anything like that. And I was like, I'll be honest with you, like, I'm not a great grocery store shopper. Even having worked with a nutritionist, and she's given me clues and hints and things like that, I'm just not. Like, I'm just like, food! You know, I, like, get real excited. And it's like, oh, like today, I don't know why, it's like in 4 different parts of the store, those pretzels that have peanut butter on the inside of them kept on showing up. And I was like, oh my God, those are, like, my favorite things. No, those are, like, so bad, you know? And I'm trying to make, like, really good, healthy choices. And so I was like, okay, what can I get? So I was like, what is, like, snacky, but, like, I can also eat it as well? So I got fresh made salsa, like, in, like, the deli. So Fresh Time has, like, a deli, but it's not, like, a big deli. But they have, like, fresh squeezed juices, fresh, like, cut up fruit, fresh, like, vegetables, all that stuff cut up fresh in the deli. And they make several different kinds of salsa. They have, like, a mango salsa. They have, like, a heated sweet salsa. And then they have just, like, a regular salsa. And I got 2 things of the salsa. And then I got fat-free, what do you call it? Fat-free sour cream. And then I got, like, this pita stuff. And I was like, I'm going to make kind of, like, a pita little deal on it. And then I was kind of like, I'm kind of craving pizza, because I knew Alex was going to be making chicken fingers and pizzas. So I looked through, like, all of the pizzas. I actually ended up talking to this woman there. She was really, really sweet that was, like, shopping there, too. I was, like, in the, like, the meatless area. I got some different meatless things to, like, try and review. Like, deep fry. I got, like, spring rolls. And I got, what was the other thing that I got? Pot stickers. They're, like, vegan spring rolls and vegan pot stickers. But I was talking to her, and she was like, I'm going to have to go to Kroger. And I was like, why? And she was like, they just don't, like, their plant-based section isn't very big. And I was like, yeah, I've noticed that. And it isn't, but this is the thing about Fresh Time. Fresh Time's plant-based section is probably, like, I mean, all grocery stores have huge plant-based sections now. Well, in Indiana, at least they do. But, like, the one there is, like, this guy is, like, running down the street in, like, sweatpants and a sweatshirt. Like, I mean, like, jogging down the street. He's also probably about 25, so he's probably got a little bit more energy than me. Oh, maybe he's working for these... I thought he was, like, jogging. There's, like, a snowplow crew in the neighborhood. I can't believe this. So I saw one of my neighbors out, and she was like, when do you think they're going to, like, plow the neighborhood? I said, I don't know. You want to guess? And she was like, I said, did you see the email? She goes, there was an email already today? I go, no, from, like, 3 days ago. She goes, oh, that email. She was about how we have 2 different companies, one salting it. She goes, have you noticed that they haven't salted it? They haven't. They haven't put anything down. So I read you the email. They were supposed to come out here, and they were supposed to salt the stuff, like, or put the, you know what, they didn't do any of that last night. None of it. So I don't know why we're paying that company, but I can tell you that's already going to be an issue this week, because she said it to me. We were staying in the store, and she was like, yeah, they didn't come out there and salt or anything. And I was like, okay. She goes, do you think they're going to remove the snow? How long? I said, well, you know, they say when the last snowflake falls, and then after 3 inches. She goes, so if it keeps on snowing past 3 inches, they won't come out there and plow the snow? I go, well, I don't think that they'll probably come and plow the snow. Like, I think that probably, from me talking about it on my vlog, people think that, like, I get real heated in these situations. I don't, really. Like, I'm always kind of, like, let everybody else kind of get heated around me, like, in the HOA drama, you know? I let everybody else kind of like get heated around me with the HOA drama, and then I kind of like, oh really? Yeah, you know, whatever. Sometimes I try to kind of be the voice of reason and calm people down, and like I try to do that today because I could tell she was getting real upset. I mean, she wasn't joking; she was upset about it, and she goes, "Well, do you think that they're gonna like plow it like after like 3 inches of snow, or like?" And I go, well, it's 3 inches of snow and the last snowflake falls. And she goes, well, what does that mean? And I said, it means that they're not going to come out. They're not going to come out and plow the snow like 4 times. She goes, well, why not? And I go, I almost kind of wanted to start laughing. I mean, because they're just not. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to wait until the snow's out or done, and then they're going to plow it once the snow's done. They're not going to come out here and plow it 3 times, okay? I mean, I didn't say this to her. And I go, well, you know, it's like they're trying to be efficient, you know, and whatever. She goes, well, I just don't understand. And she's like, and I have places to go. And I go, oh, okay. And I go, well, there might be somebody in the neighborhood. I said, because when we were leaving and when we were coming back, there's like people like my age that are like shoveling and snow blowing their like parents' driveways in the neighborhood, because you know it's like older neighborhood and stuff in here. So a lot of people are already like snow blowing their driveways and stuff like that. So she's like, I don't know anybody with a snow blower. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. She goes, do you have a snow blower? I go, we don't have a snow blower. She goes, oh, she goes, I have a shovel. She just looked at me, and I thought, oh, me? You want me to come shovel your driveway? No. I mean, we aren't even that close of friends. I definitely don't hang out with you at the pool. I know you enough to when you walk by and say hi to you and things like that, but no, baby, I ain't shoveling no driveway for you, okay? Do you want to shovel my driveway? No, I'm not that nice of a neighbor, okay? Anyway, so anyway, this will be huge HOA drama. Trust me, it will, with the snowfall. Because they won't come out there and they won't like do anything. It'd be so funny if somebody walked by right now. I got to talk about the snowfall and the HOA drama with it. I'm kind of surprised they didn't solve. When Alex and I were out driving, like when we like went to the grocery store and he was like going around the roundabout, it was a little slick. I was kind of surprised. I mean, it's still coming down as much as it was snowing when I started on my walk, and that was probably an hour ago. So maybe it is picking up. Who knows? I just don't think it's going to snow enough that we're going to get a foot of snow. I mean, it's not coming down that hard. Here's somebody, are they shoveling or are they snow blowing? So my pool crew lady, first of all, I need to talk to her. So my pool crew lady, her brother moved in here in the neighborhood, okay? So her brother owns, like, his wife's family owns this huge company here in town, okay? That, like, they have people, like, that could just, like, plow, like, parking lots. So I noticed earlier, like, when I was doing my video, that, like, they were plowing out his driveway, like, they were, like, getting ready to leave. They plowed out his driveway, and then they plowed out her driveway, and then they left the neighborhood. What? She's got friends, and she is my pool crew lady. I mean, it literally took him like 2 seconds to go in and out. I mean, not that we really need our driveway done anyway. I think Alex is working from home tomorrow. So, like, a lot of businesses are closing down and stuff like that tomorrow. My husband stayed up late again last night watching the Traders UK. The Traders UK must be really, really good. I might start it tonight, actually. But I started RuPaul's Drag Race Australia last night, the season 4. So, okay, let's talk about last night for a second. Anyway, I'm excited about the snow. So, last night, got done with my vlog and all that kind of stuff, and then, we went over, took a shower, both of us took showers and just put on comfy clothes, and we went over to Carlos and Liliana's. Okay, so, supposedly it was just kind of like family. So it was me and Alex, we got there first. His family is, like, always so, like, on time about things, but, like, lately, it's like Alex and I are there, like, a half an hour before everybody else. I don't know what's going on. His mom showed up, like, 45 minutes late. And then she came in the door and I went to her. She started laughing. And so then his aunt and uncle came over. So it was Carlos, Liliana, and the kids. Sebastian stayed in his room the entire time watching some TV show. Carlitos came out. I mean, he came out and, like, said hi to all of us and stuff like that, but Sebastian was in his room the whole time watching some TV show. Carlitos, like, came out and, like talked to us and, like, you know, played games and stuff like that. He reminds me a lot of, like, Fufu. Well, I met Fufu when Fufu was 15. So when Alex and I started dating, Fufu was 15. Carlitos just turned 12. Carlitos reminds me, I said something to Carlos about this, like, I think it was on Thanksgiving, that, well, Sebastian and his humor remind me of Fufu. But the way that Fufu would, like, interact with, like, the family and sit there and talk and stuff like that is very like Carlitos. Like, Carlitos is a very polite kid, like, comes out and, like, talks and whatever. And it's, like, wants to sit there and have conversations and stuff like that. I mean, Sebastian's a super polite kid and all that kind of stuff. But he's just kind of, like, in his own world doing his own kind of things. We got him all these Pokemon cards for Christmas. So he was like, I mean, I got him all these Pokemon cards. And so he was like lining them up and all this kind of stuff. And I bought these packs that said like rare packs and all this kind of stuff. I thought he was going to be so wowed. He was not. I was like, did you get like some really good cards? I don't even understand it. He was like explaining it to me, like his lines of the Pokemon things. He was like, I was like, so explain to me the lines. Explain to me and Tio Alex the lines. And so he's like, well, this line is like the world and this is the ocean or something. I didn't understand it. He like lines them up, then he puts them in his binder. He is so hilarious, though, you guys. Like, this kid has such sense of humor, right? I mean, will he be 8 or will he be 9? I think his birthday's at the end of this month. I think he'll be 9. He'll be 9 at the end of this month. And so I looked at him and I go, did you get some real good cards? And he goes, nothing that I didn't already have. And he looked up at Alex and he goes, like that, and he looked at me and goes, you're going to have to do better next time, Tio Peter. He just started laughing, and Alex started laughing too. I go, well, what would be your dream card? And he said, I don't even know what he said. I mean, it was something, I'd never heard of this thing before. And I go, well, he goes, it's like millions of dollars. I go, there's a Pokemon card that's worth millions of dollars. He goes, Tio Peter. I go, what? He goes, people collect these, are worth a lot of money. I go, okay, I didn't know that. I mean, I know that, but I didn't know that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know, but I don't really care, you know, kind of thing. So he was so hilarious last night. So anyway, but then it was Alex's aunt and uncle and his grandma and his cousin. I was very upset with his aunt. I told her last night. She started like, at first she took me real seriously. I said, I'm very upset with you. And she goes, why? And he goes, and I said, you did not bring Preciosa. She goes, oh my God, I feel so bad. She goes, I knew that you wanted to see her and I was going to bring her. I go, I'm totally joking. Like, I'm fine. But then when Alex's mom was leaving, she left the same time that we did. So his aunt and uncle and grandma and cousin, like, they left, like, 2 hours before. And so, but Alex's mom, because, like, they live real close to where Carlos and Liliana live, so she was just going to stay at her sister's house last night to be with her mom and stuff like that. And so when she was leaving, I said, oh, I'm mad at you, too. And she goes, why are you mad at me? And I said, because you get to spend the night with Preciosa. And she started laughing so much. I love that dog, Preciosa, so much. But anyway, so then it was Alex's aunt and uncle, his cousin, and his grandma. But then, so there's, like, this guy that, like, was, like, Alex's, like, parents', like, best friend, like, in Venezuela, like, when they were, like, Alex's age. Or younger than that. And now he lives here with his wife. And then he has 2 daughters. And so he came with his wife and their 2 daughters and his nephew. And they came as well. And then these 2 brothers that they're all friends with, that used to live with Alex's mom and stuff like that when they moved her from Venezuela. And then they're really good friends with Carlos and Liliana as well. So they're really, really fun. And so then they showed up. They showed up at the end of the night. So we played this game last night. Oh, you know what? I don't have the... I put it on my Instagram last night. And I have to tell you, I got so many DMs from people. Somebody was like, it was such a sweet message. Somebody said, my grandma, or my great-grandma passed away, and this was her favorite game. And I was like, oh my God, that makes me so... I love it. It was so much fun. I love games, but I don't love games that I don't understand or cause arguments, okay? I do not love games that I don't understand or too complicated, number 1. Number 2, I do not like games that you play with family that cause arguments. Like, do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, card games. Like, I like trivia games and Cards Against Humanity, all that kind of stuff. But sometimes it always kind of, like, erupts and stuff. Like, Alex's family, they don't ever fight over anything. But, like, you know, like, it can just kind of, like, get, like, testy. And, like, why did you say that? And blah, 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 whatever. Like, I steer away from those kind of games, okay? When my friends and family and stuff like that want to say it. But anyway... Carlos and Liliana yesterday told us to bring quarters. So when we got there, they're like, oh, well, if we were just going to play, like, just adults, we would do dollars, because you can, like, make money off of this. I was like, oh, it's a betting game? I want to go to the casino. Did I tell you all that my friend Valerie went to the casino? Oh, my God, she won some money. Did I tell you guys that? Congratulations, Valerie. Valerie! Valerie! Congratulations, Valerie. I'm so jealous too. Like, two of our couple friends are like in like Florida. I think they got back last night. Melissa and Jason were in Naples, and their place in Naples looks like is absolutely beautiful too, like their view and stuff like that. And then our other friends are in like Miami for this last week. Like they were there like through whatever. And then we have other friends of ours that like, anyway, everybody's like on the beach. I want to be on the beach. I want to be on the beach. Anyway, so yeah. Somebody was real excited. Oh, some of our friends, like, they went to Christmas. They live in Miami, and, like, these are our friends that live in Miami, this whole family, and they went to Amsterdam for Christmas. I mean, I'm sure it's beautiful in Amsterdam for Christmas, but why, if you were in Miami, okay, would you go to Amsterdam for Christmas where it's, like, so cold? I mean, the pictures were beautiful and stuff like that, you know what I mean? I feel like this year, I'm like, are those birds or somebody, like, putting down salt? I feel like I hear a bird out there. Do I hear a bird? Do you hear what I hear? Okay, so anyway, jealous of all these people traveling, going to exotic places. I want to go to exotic places. I'm so jealous. But anyway, but this is pretty. Pretty as pretty does. Can you guys see it more better now that it's like, it's not, I mean, it's not dark, but it's starting to get darker. I don't know if you guys can see it. It does look really pretty with the snow coming down. Why is the camera? It doesn't really show the snow coming down at all, but it's so pretty. You guys can't really see that at all, can you? Do you see that's how much it's snowing? I know somebody's doing their makeup and they just turned to look at the computer. They're like, how much is it snowing? Okay. Anyway, okay, so we played this game last night. They told us to bring quarters, so we brought a lot of quarters last night. Probably about, I don't know, $4 or $5 worth of quarters. Not a lot of quarters, but anyway, in this little box. Alex had this little box and brought all these quarters. So I've never played this game before. Apparently it's for ages 8 and up. It's called Left of Central or something, Left of Center or something like that. You guys, this is the game, okay? It is so fun. You can have as many people play as possible. It is so fun. So what you do is, it comes with these little, like, tokens, so you don't have to bet money. And this was the thing last night, that anybody that would win, we just, like, dispersed the money again. So it wasn't, like, really anybody really won anyway. But anyway, it started off with, like, just, like, 5 of us playing. And by the end, it was, like, 10 of us playing. And the more people that played, the more fun it was. Okay, so what you do is, I don't know where Carlos and Liliana found this game. Like, they played it with some of their friends at some get-together or something, but it is so fun. Okay, well, first of all, we get there, and it was just such a fun night last night. It was such a good family night. So we get there, and they have, like, all of this, like, pizza bread out, you know, like, to make, like, pizzas, like, but it's, like, the healthy kind of, like, you know, it looks like, what do you call it, what did I just say? I just said it on here. The pita. It looks like big pitas, you know? And so they have those stacked out with, like, pizza sauce. And then they had all this stuff cut up. I said to Liliana, I said, girl, I love you for doing this. She's like, well, I always think of you. They are so good with me with the vegetarian stuff. They cut up all the vegetables and put them on one platter, and all the meat put on the other platter. They even had anchovies for pizza, okay? They had, like, sun-dried tomatoes. They had cheese. They had different kinds of cheese. They had, like, olives. They had all this kind of stuff. And so we each got to make our own pizza that was about this big. It was so fun. It was so fun. And so, like, everybody was, like, monitoring, like, you know, how long they were going to cook their pizza. So Alex and I made our pizzas. Alex, of course, made an all-cheese pizza. He put, like, this much of, like, I mean, just piled it high with all this, like, melted cheese on it. You know, we should have done that today. That would have been kind of fun to do today. So anyway, we all made these pizzas. It was so fun. Alex's mom and I got laughing so hard last night. I mean, we sat next to each other while we played this game. She, at one point, she goes, oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna pee. She was like, what? Stop. She's like, you're making me laugh too hard. So anyway, so we all had so much fun making these pizzas. It was so fun. It was just such a good night last night. And, when you talk about self-care, I think, like, being around people that I love, that love me, and just having a good laugh and a good time, like, that is such self-care for me, you know? And then I came home, and, and just like watch TV, and like I didn't like take a nap last night. I just like straight up like watched TV straight through, and had such a good time watching the show. Read a little bit last night, and I just, you know, I don't know, I just had listened to my audiobook, did some laundry. It just was such a great night last night. I've had like a couple really good nights in a row, and I'm really, really grateful for that. So tonight doesn't feel like a Sunday. It feels like kind of more of like a Saturday. Well, maybe it's because maybe Alex is going to be home tomorrow, so yay! And I will be filming on my channels back tomorrow. I have my list already made. I made my list last night. This tastes so off. I mean, I will continue to drink it because I'm not going to make my husband go back out and get me another fountain pop. But I will continue to drink it, but what was I going to say? Well, I can't remember what I was just going to say. Oh, I made my list last night of all my videos. I have videos that I'm making on every channel tomorrow, hopefully. Unless we just want to lay around and watch TV. And then it'll just be my vlog. But oh well. I decided... These executive decisions I make, right? So I decided, like, I think it was last night, actually, like when we got home and I was so relaxed. I was like, you know, in January, like, I think I'm just going to kind of like... January is going to be my, like, December I said I was going to do it, but I actually, like, put out a lot of videos in December. I was like, I think January, I'm just going to kind of take it as it is, you know? Like, the other day I filmed, like, 7 videos back-to-back on 2 days. Then 2 days of just doing my vlog, you know? It's like, I'm just going to kind of take it as it is, you know? Like, my therapist keeps on saying that to me. I need to learn how to do that, you know? And I've been having really, really good nights, and I honestly... It's all kind of, like, warm, pulled together, but, like, you can probably just tell today, like, I feel, like, I don't know, I'm lighter, I'm happier, whatever, right? And I feel like on my drama channel or whatever channel, my review channel, my TV channel, like, if, like, my mental health is so important to me, I think it's important to everybody, that the better mood that I'm in, or the better that I feel, or the better I'm taking care of myself with self-care and things like that, the better that I'm going to have, like, time filming those videos. So if I have to take, you know, a week off or not film as regularly on some channels as others and just film my vlog, like, I'm totally okay with that for this month. I'm just going to, like, you know, take care of Peter this month is what I'm going to do. So last night we played this game, okay? And the game is, it's called Left, Right, Center or something like that. And you roll these dice, okay? So, like, if you have, let's just act like we're playing with quarters, but it comes with, it's like it comes in a little box like this. And it has, like, these blue, like, tokens in it. I'm sure, like, everybody has heard of this game, and I just haven't. I don't know why. But anyway, in case you haven't heard of it, I'm going to tell you. So there's 3 dice, okay? So you have, like, 3 quarters. We play with quarters, and supposedly whoever wins the pot wins all the quarters. But, like, then we just disperse them out against nobody really did. But you don't have to play with quarters. You can play with just these little, like, tokens that they have, or you can play with dollars. Somebody even commented on my Instagram, and they said, oh, we play with dollars. And Carlos and Liliana were like, oh yeah, like, one of our friends, like, cleared, like, $30 or $60 or something like that one night we were playing. So what it is you have 3 quarters, okay? And then you roll 3 dice when you start. And the dice either... The camera stopped. I didn't even realize I was at the 30-minute mark. So the dice on one side has, like, a dot, and a dot means you don't do anything, you just stay. Or a star, and a star means you put it into the quarter into the pot, or it says left, or it says right, okay? Which means if it says left, you give it to the person to your left. If it says right, you give it to the person to your right. So you could, like, roll 3 dice, and you could, like, stay on all 3 quarters. Or you might get a stay, a star, and a right, which means you put 1 quarter in the middle, 1 quarter to the right, and you keep 1 quarter, okay? And then it goes around, and it goes around, and it goes around. Until there's 1 quarter left with 1 person, and then that person has to roll a star, okay? It gets so rowdy at the end, because sometimes you'll roll and roll, like that last person will roll like 4 times just to get like the dot where you just stay, like they'll just keep on getting that over and over and over again, because they have to get so you have to get a star. The last person with the quarter has to get a star, and then they win the pot. But, like, if they roll, like, 3 times and they just stay, and then the 4th time they get a left, then it goes to the person on the left, and then that person, or the person on the right, and then, like, that person, if they, you never know who's going to win, because if that person rolls, like, a right, it goes back to the other person. If that person rolls a left, it goes, so it could go left, 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 star, and then the 4th person who thought they were out of the game could win the whole game. It's so fun. It gets so loud. We were, like, hitting the table, like, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So I won twice. Alex won twice. Alex's mom won like 3 times. I mean, we played so many times. Carlitos won once. I mean, it was so much fun. We had so much fun. Okay, but this was what was so funny. So it was like the second game that we were doing it. So Alex's mom and I are sitting like on one side of the table, right? And I mean, there was people standing up. There was people. It was so much fun. So we were sitting on one side of the table, and like his grandma was sitting next to Alex's mom. And so she had like 6 quarters at one point, and I had like 1, right? So I started like rubbing. I was like, I put my head on her shoulder, and I started like rubbing her hair. And she got laughing so hard. I was like, I love you. Like, please give me like have it go left, right? And then I was like, she started laughing so hard. And so then she rolled it, and then she rolled like 2 laughs. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. So then like the rest of the game, like every time like it would be her turn to roll and I needed quarters, I put my head on her shoulder. And if I didn't do it, she would go like this. Like, and so it was this whole thing. And everybody was laughing at it. It was so fun. And then Carlitos was like, his lucky charm was like this green small basketball that he had. And he had to do all these tricks with it. And so we had to wait for him to do all these. It was so funny. Everybody was being so fun and so cross. It was so fun. Last night was so fun. We just had such a blast. It was so fun playing those games. We stayed there late. We stayed there till like, I mean, we got there at like 6. And Alex's aunt and uncle, I think we stayed there till like 11:15 or something like that. Maybe they didn't leave 2 hours before. Maybe it was like an hour before. No, I feel like they left like 9:30, 9:45. Because they were going to check on Preciosa. And then Alex's mom left when we left. And the other family was leaving when we were leaving too. And then like the 2 brothers were just like, they had just gotten there not too long ago because they'd gotten off work. So they were kind of hanging out with them. But it was so fun. We had so much fun. And God, this is so bad. I knew, too, like, I was looking at it, and I was like, should I get Diet Dr. Pepper? Because I'm buying, like, the 12 case of Diet Dr. Pepper. Do you guys ever think this way? Or should I get a Diet Pepsi? And then I was like, or a Diet Coke, because I hardly ever get Diet Coke fountain. I always drink Diet Coke out of the can. And I was like, maybe a Diet Coke fountain today, because I haven't had one for a while. But I think Diet Pepsi. But I just had a Diet Pepsi last night. And so I was like, no, we'll do Diet Dr. Pepper. And then I get the Diet Dr. Pepper, and it tastes gross. There's something wrong with it. Oh, well, what are you going to do? But anyway, and then we came home, and we, like, laid in bed, and we talked about the night, and, like, how much fun we had, and we just kind of, like, hung out there in bed for a little bit and stuff like that. And then I put on my comfy pajamas, and then Nikki and I were texting back and forth about stuff, about the snowstorm and all this kind of stuff. And then I'm actually kind of surprised that I'm not, like, more freezing sitting out here. Honest to God. Like, I thought that I would be, like, so cold sitting out here. I mean, it's, like, 22 degrees, you guys. Or it was when I started this. I don't know, maybe this coat is so warm. It doesn't feel that cold out. I heard somebody just walk outside, but I don't see who it is. Their garage door's not up. I keep on feeling like, oh, this was the one thing I wanted to do was take the Christmas tree down today. Maybe that might have to wait till tomorrow, maybe, because I don't know. Who is that? It's the thing is with the Christmas tree, I literally this year, I put the... It's so funny because, like, Nikki, Tanya, everybody that I've talked to lately, it's like, when they take the Christmas tree down, it's like, they're, like, so ready for it to come down. And they're like, I love it. I love Christmas. I love it. It's up. Like, I'm ready for it to come down. I am, too, but I just don't want to take it down. The thing is, like, it literally took me 10 minutes to put up, if even that. It's going to take me, as soon as I get done with this vlog, and I'm uploading this vlog, I'm going to go take the Christmas tree down, so it's just done. Then that will be one less thing that we have to do this week. So yeah, so my plan tomorrow is to just film a bunch of videos. Alex will have to work. He'll just have to work from home. So he'll probably work like upstairs in the bedroom, or I'll film in the bedroom and he'll work downstairs. Wherever it's easiest for him to work, I'll do the opposite of that. So yeah, I've got a whole list of what all my videos are going to be tomorrow. So we'll be doing all that. Oh, Sister Wives is on tonight. So got to watch my Sister Wives and take notes tonight. It's weird that it's getting dark so early. I know like you can see now because of the light up there. But when I started, I went outside and I did my video walking in the snow. That was at like 3:45. So it's probably 5 now, something like that. My neighbor's walking her dog down the street. I can hear her. She's talking to the neighbor dog next door. There's probably like 5:15 or something like that now. It's already getting dark. Anyway, is she shoveling her driveway? Surely she is not shoveling her driveway. And don't call me Shirley. I thought she would walk by this way. Anyway, she walks down here sometimes to check on her grandma. So then, last night, I got up and, had I already finished? I feel like I had the night before. I did watch RuPaul's Drag Race UK, finished it the night before. So then I was like, okay, what do I want to watch? And I knew I wanted to watch Missing You, but I was like, I don't really want to start it if I can't finish it. So I did. I started watching Missing You last night. I think I started watching it like right at midnight. Lit all the candles, everything like that. And then I watched it straight through last night. Straight through. Couldn't believe it. So it's a new Harlan Coben show on Netflix. I will not ruin it for you at all. What I will say is this. It was good. Out of the 4 Harlan Coben shows that I watched, there's 9 total on Netflix. And then there's like 1 on Amazon Prime. I actually went through last night and I listed them all on my phone. Because I was like, I want to watch all the Harlan Coben shows. So I listed them all last night. Have you guys watched the Harlan Coben shows? Let me know what your favorites are in the comment section below. If I have my phone out here, I tell you which ones. I read them the other day, ranked, I think. Missing You is, out of the 4 that I've watched, is my 4th favorite. I mean, they're all pretty good. The thing is, and like so many people were like messaging me and being like, it is so good. Like by the 3rd episode, it gets so good. Okay. All the Harlan Coben books, like when they're made into like movies on Netflix, they all use a lot of the same actors. Okay, number 1. Number 2, they always seem like they're filmed in the very same like area. Number 2. Oh my God, you scared the hell out of me. Hey, we're getting a blizzard.
Yeah.
Woo.
I just want to say hi.
Hi.
We're out playing in the snow, so I just want to run back.
Okay, are we supposed to still get more?
Yeah, I think they said like 6 inches.
Where do you think we are right now?
I don't know, like 3?
You think this is 3?
I think so.
Ma'am, you don't even have a coat on.
Yeah.
You need a coat.
I'm not like that cold.
That's what I was just saying. I was just saying to them on there, it's like 22 degrees, but it doesn't feel that
I
cold.
wonder if it's like because it's... Yeah, I don't know.
That sweater's cute. So is your hat.
Thanks. Oh, thank you. Fabletics.
Where is it from?
Fabletics.
Oh, my friend Tanya loves that place.
Oh my God, I love it.
All right, well, have fun.
Yeah.
I love you. Bye. Okay. So, what was I talking about now? Make a snowman, a dog snowman. Okay, so what was I talking about? Okay, the Harlan Coben shows. Okay, so they're all kind of like filmed in like the same place and have like the same characters and whatever. The thing is that they're like all these moving pieces. Harlan Coben books are kind of like, I mean, I haven't read the books, but the shows, I think I've read 1 book of his, actually. But of the shows, have I read one of his books? Of the shows, I actually saw something yesterday that said that he and Reese Witherspoon are doing a collaboration that's coming out next fall. Is that like a real thing? Is she like writing a book with him or something? I don't know what that's about. But anyway, so there's a lot of moving pieces, okay? It's not just like a murder happens. It's like a murder happens and then it's because somebody, you know, it's just like, it's like all these different moving pieces. And it reminds me of the Leanne Moriarty books is what it reminds me of, but hers are like 100 times better because they're so like deep and intellectual and stuff like that. The Harlan Coben books or shows are good. They're just very fast paced. This one for me, okay, I wasn't super invested in the main character, number 1. I think that so it's about this woman who, okay, this is how it starts. She, like this guy that she's engaged to just like disappears like 11 years before. And then it kind of like happens that she's going to start talking to him again. And I'm like, she really wants to. And I'm like, I don't think anybody in their right mind, and on top of that, she's a police detective, okay? He just disappeared. Like, she literally has not heard anything from him in 11 years. Like, she came home one day, engaged to this man, and everything from her house was gone from him. Like, he had taken all of his clothes. Like, he just disappeared. She never heard from him again. Then all of a sudden, he shows up on a social media app, and she's like, oh my God, should I talk to him? Should I not talk to him? Should I talk? I'm like, ma'am, ma'am. Like, no. Like, who is doing this, right? Like, and it's like, this is the premise for the whole show. And I'm like, This doesn't even make any sense. I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was good. But I just, like, some of the other shows of the Harlan Coben shows, I felt like a little bit more invested in the characters. This one, I wasn't super invested in her. I didn't think she was making wise choices for herself, first of all. And I also think that as a police investigator... Are you rolling around in the snow? I can hear her doing something in the snow right there. Oh, is she shoveling the snow? Now I gotta go look. Hold on a second. Who is shoveling? Are you shoveling the snow already? And you don't have a coat on either. Is it? Are we done with the snow? Is the snow over?
No.
How much more are we supposed to get? Do you know?
It says on the app that we may get snow till 7 tomorrow night.
Okay. Hey, thanks for checking the candles last night. I appreciate that.
No problem. Am I on film?
Huh?
Am I on film?
No, I am. He's loving the snow. He was running all up and down the backyard.
Yeah.
Aww.
Lola and Lola is here.
Oh, yeah, I saw her yesterday.
She's here now.
Oh, she is?
Yep.
Well, enjoy the snow. Stay warm. Okay, so last night when we were like halfway to Carlos and Liliana's, and I had lit the candles out here when I was vlogging, and I told Alex, I said, and we were like halfway to Carlos and Liliana's. It's like 25 minutes. And I go, oh my God, I think I left the candles burning on the front porch. And Alex is like, do you want me to go back? And I'm like, no. I go, but he was like, okay, well, just like look on the camera and stuff. So I'm like looking on the camera to see, but I couldn't really see it. So anyway, so he goes, just text him next door. He goes, just text him. And so like, I literally like texted him, and the next second, like our like cameras were, I was like, he like didn't even like respond to my text. He came right over here. It was so sweet. And like checked the camera. He's like, no, they're already blown out. They're good. I was like, okay, thanks. So anyway, okay, so the Harlan Coben shows are good. I liked it. It's 5 episodes. It's a very quick watch. I was intrigued the whole time. I was never bored with it. It wasn't as... I mean, there have been some of them where I'm kind of, like, really scared. Like, it wasn't like that to me. It was okay. It was... I would say it was just okay. Out of the 4 that I've watched... Oh, shoot. I looked at them last night, so I feel like I should know what they are. But... Well, I can't remember what they are. All kinds of people are, like, all bundled up walking down the street. Like, not walking, but, like, just kind of enjoying the snow. It's starting to really come down now. So, so I watched that last night. Well, when I got done, I was like, okay, I had a feeling today that Cafe Patio was going to be closed for good. Like, it wasn't even going to be open today. Because we were texting our friend that worked there yesterday, and I was like, are you guys even going to be open tomorrow? And she's like, I don't know, I have to be there at such and such time. She said, so unless I hear from them, yeah. And Alex was like, it's not going to snow. We're not going to get any snow at all. I'm like, shut up, I want my snowstorm. So I was like, okay, like, it was like 5 o'clock, and I was like, I am not tired yet. Like, I want to keep on watching something. So I turned on RuPaul's Drag Race Australia, and I was like, oh, before that, I had, like, read a little bit before I started watching that show, the Missing You show. So I started watching RuPaul's Drag Race Australia, and I started, like, I got, like, 5 minutes in. It's the 4th season. I should have introduced, like, all the queens. And then I was like, I'm going to save this for tomorrow. That's when I was, like, so I downloaded all these shows. Oh, did I already talk about this? Yeah. And that's when I was like, I'm downloading all these shows. Like, that's when it occurred to me. Because I was like, maybe I should watch it tomorrow. And I was like, oh, maybe you need to download these shows. Because I'd seen the thing on, like, somebody said on Facebook and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, downloading the shows. I was like, now that you're downloading these shows, the electricity is not going to go out, which I didn't want the electricity to go out anyway. Obviously, I wanted people, you know, to be safe, and I wanted us to have electricity and all that kind of stuff, but I wanted to have a snowstorm, you know, and, like, have to be forced to just watch 20 hours of TV. I mean, if we didn't have any Wi-Fi, then I couldn't upload any videos, and I couldn't even make a vlog, so I would have to just watch TV after TV show, you know what I mean? So anyway, so So I started watching that show, but then I was like, okay, I'm just going to download it. And that's where I started, like, the downloading of the shows. And then I listened to, like, 15 minutes of my audiobook. And then I was like, you need to just go to bed so that you can really enjoy the snowstorm tomorrow. And now I am. And now I'm vlogging. So, and this is fun. And it's really nice to sit out here, actually. Yeah, I mean, I've sat out here and vlogged other nights where it felt a lot colder than this. I don't know what I'm going to watch tonight. So Alex is like so deep into the Traitors UK. I'm either going to start watching another Harlan Coben show, The Night Agent, The Recruit, or I don't know. I was going to start watching Silo, but it's got 2 more weeks until it's over, and I want to wait till the whole Silo is out. I've got so many shows, you guys, on my binge watch list. So I have a list of shows, and there's probably like 30 or 40 shows on it that I like were my 2024 shows to watch that I carried over into 2025. Just like series and like Potomac, New Jersey, things like that, which I'm not going to watch New Jersey until I find out what they're doing with New Jersey, because now they're saying that they might just end New Jersey, the Real Housewives of New Jersey. If they're going to end it, I'm not going back and watching 20 seasons of it. Like, that's just, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, if they're going to start it over with a whole new cast, then I'll just start watching from the new cast, like New York. I'm not going to, like, go back and do all that kind of stuff. But I was texting somebody last night because they were like, oh, we're watching Miami, like, who's your favorites? And I was like, oh, I like the whole cast except for Larsa Pippen. I don't really care for Larsa Pippen at all. I mean, she's fine. She's okay. But I like the whole cast in Miami. And I said, but what you should do is you should go back, and because they're watching it, like, from the, like, them and their friends are watching it from, like, the beginning, or, like, from the reboot. And I said, but he's said something about, like, when you go back and you, like, they're referencing, like, what they looked like 10 years before. I said, oh, you should go back when you get done with all of this, and you should watch it from, like, season 1, so you can, like, see, like, like Leah Black and all that kind of stuff from back in the day. And they were like, oh, that's too much work. No, I'm not doing all that. I'm like, some of those early seasons in Miami are some of the best, honestly. Some of the earliest seasons of any of the Housewives are the best. And the Housewives come back this week, and so does Southern Hospitality, which I can't wait for. So, yeah, I feel like I should really start, like, a reality show, like Southern Charm. That's one of the shows I'm going to binge watch. I'm not, like, in all this, like, I want to watch, like, a thriller. Like, I'm in the mood of, like, getting into a thriller. I don't really feel like doing all that. Now, like, I wrote down my shows that are starting, the John Benet Ramsey one. The Natalia Gray show, that starts on the 7th. That's Tuesday. The Jerry Springer show comes out on Tuesday. A bunch of stuff comes out on Tuesday. So, very excited about all of that. But yeah, so, okay, I keep a list of, like, all the 2025 shows, or 2024 shows I was going to binge watch last year. It was just a list of shows that, like, I would go in there and pick off, like Yellowstone, which I haven't watched yet, or Ozark, which I still haven't watched yet. It has a list of all these shows that I wanted to watch, right? And so I changed it and put 2025 binge watch list, and now it has, like, all the shows on there that I want to binge watch. I just added all these Apple shows to it. And then I made a separate list of shows coming out just in January, which are all the true crime shows and all the new series, like second season of Night Agent, second season of The Recruit, which I haven't watched those, and I don't think anybody commented on me talking about that the other day on my vlog, so I don't really know if those are good or not. But I'm thinking about going in and watching them, because the second season's coming out, then I think I kind of want to try to get into that. So I think I'm going to start with The Night Agent, because it's the one that comes out, I think it comes out the 17th. And then the other one, The Recruit, comes out the 30th. So I can watch that one next. But then there's like 4 or 5 Apple shows that I want to watch. There's so many shows I want to watch. The thing with the Apple shows is, like, sometimes, like, I'll get into an Apple show, and I'm, like, halfway through an episode. Like, I started watching That Lady in the Lake, and I was, like, 10 minutes in, and I was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not really into this show at all. So, I don't know, like, I gotta go through and see which ones I really want to watch. I either love, or I'm completely, I wouldn't say hate, but completely disinterested in the Apple shows. And, like, the snow just, like, completely shifted, and it just started coming down like crazy. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's, like, snowing over here on me now, too. I know if I show you guys, you won't be able to see it on camera, but it, like, just started, like, coming, like, crazy coming down. Can you see it on camera? You can't see it on camera. I don't know why it doesn't show up on camera. Anyway, We're sitting in the middle of a snowstorm. Don't you love it? Sitting in the middle of a snowstorm. This is not good. This is not good. And let me tell you what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to go inside. I'm going to pitch this out, but I'm going to save the cup, and I'm going to put real ice in it, not crushed ice, with my Diet Dr. Pepper. Now, just watch. Like, a year from now, I'll say that, like, I don't really like regular ice anymore. I like crushed ice, because I changed my opinion about ice. It's like the LaCroix limoncello, you know, for a while, like, I was so into it, and then I didn't drink it. And then it was like a month ago, somebody mentioned something to me about the LaCroix limoncello, and I was like, I kind of miss the LaCroix limoncello. Like, I want to get some more of that. Oh, I know what I did last night, too, when I came home. Was that... Did I post my vlog before midnight? What time did we get home? Because I was sitting at the computer, and it had just turned midnight, and it was, like, I had this birthday cameo for somebody's birthday today, and so, like, I did that cameo, like, it was like 12:03 or 12:05, because I said on the cameo, I said, it just turned your birthday, and I was like, happy birthday, and all this kind of stuff. So anyway, but that would have been at, like, 12:03 or 12:05 or something like that. I don't know what time that was. The battery just went to the halfway mark. Have I really been vlogging that long on here? I couldn't have possibly been. No, I feel like this is maybe a bad battery. Anyway. Or maybe it's cold. Somebody's walking out here. I mean, it was pretty to take like a walk down the street, and I don't know that I would want to walk in it. To like... It's like a mom and a son. And they are like bundled up. Like everybody is like bundled up. I mean, I wouldn't want to like walk in this for like an hour and a half and like listen to an audiobook. No, today's like a walking pad kind of day. So anyway, when I get off here, I'm going to go inside and I'm going to upload this vlog and also the Peter Does Stuff video, and then I will post the Peter Does Stuff video. And then I will also then once that's like going and up, I'm going to, well, I'll render this as well and then upload this, and then this will be up. And then I'm just going to relax tonight. I'm going to read some books. I'm going to pick out a show to watch. So I have no idea what my next show is going to be. No idea. I know I'm going to watch Sister Wives tonight and take notes, and the Sister Wives video will be up tomorrow. But I have probably, like, I don't know, like 6 to 8 different shows that I want to watch. I may watch the trailers for all the different Harlan Cobens and pick a different Harlan Coben show to watch. Because that was really fun. Like, even though that wasn't my favorite out of the 4 that I've watched, I really enjoyed just, like, binge watching a 5-episode show. It was really fun. Especially having all the candles lit, and I kept on going in the kitchen, like, you know, getting, like, a water and a tea and stuff like that. It was really fun last night to do all that. And it was very cozy. So I may do that tonight. Alex is watching Traders UK. I might start Traders UK. Or I might go back and do, like... Well, this is the thing. I wanted to do the Survivors, and I think I'm going to watch the next Survivor either comes out January 28th or February 28th. I can't remember. But I think I'm going to watch the next Survivor and then go back and watch... Because the next one after that will come out in the fall. I'll watch that one, and then I'll go back and watch some of the previous seasons of it. Because I was starting, you know, like from 1. And I think I'm on season 4 at this point. I'm trying to think of who won. Yeah, I think I'm on season 3 or season 4 and go back and watch those. And do that with Amazing Race as well. And then I want to watch Real Housewives of Miami, the season and a half that I haven't watched. Below Deck, Mediterranean, the season and a half I haven't watched, and I want to go in and watch Below Deck. The thing with Below Deck is this, and I know, and I have like 10 or 15 seasons to watch of the original. I have 1.5 seasons of Below Deck Mediterranean to watch, and then I've completely watched all that. I want to watch the original from the very beginning. But this is the thing, and I know this because I binge watched Below Deck Mediterranean. The show is so repetitive of how, I mean, it's literally like, okay, the crew gets ready for the charter, the guests come, the after party, they get ready for a charter, the guests, I mean, it's the same thing. If you watch 2 or 3 days of it in a row, it gets kind of real boring. Like, it's not, I don't know that it's a show that I can binge watch for like 10 straight seasons. Whereas the Housewives, there's a lot of different stuff that happens. So I don't know how I'm going to do that with Below Deck. But Southern Charm is like definitely on my list. This is the other thing. I don't want to keep on like binge watching these shows that are going to get canceled. I mean, Sister Wives were like, it's either going to be this season or next season and it's going to be over. You know, I binge watched Vanderpump Rules, and then it had 1 season and it was over. So, I mean, they're recasting it, but I don't want to keep on binge watching these shows, these reality shows, like 1,000 Pound Best Friends has not been renewed yet, so we don't know if it's coming back, 1,000 Pound Sisters hasn't been renewed yet, so we don't know if it's coming back. Does anybody know? I mean, I looked it up. I didn't see anything about it. So my inside sources haven't told me anything. So anyway, I don't know, But anyway, I'm gonna watch some shows tonight and read. I'll probably take a midwinter nap tonight a little bit as well. And yeah, and then tomorrow get back to filming some videos and just kind of have like a relaxed day tomorrow though, filming videos too. Not any pressure, just enjoy the day and film what I film and and hang out with Alex tonight and just get all comfy and cozy and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I hope that you guys are safe and warm wherever you are, and that your stomachs are full, and that you are healthy and happy today, and that you guys are having a magically amazing Sunday, and that you're getting refreshed, renewed, relaxed, and rejuvenated for the week ahead. If you are somewhere where it is cold and there is snow outside, like I said, I hope you're safe and warm. If you're not, I hope that you're enjoying your warm weather without me. And yeah, and it's going to be a good week. I can feel this is going to be a really, really good week. And I love you guys so much. And positive energy, positive self-care. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys so much. I just want to say, I've shared on here the last couple days some really deep stuff about what I've been going through, and I think just sharing it and coming over here and you guys responding and you guys being like, oh, I relate to this. I mean, I've gotten so many direct messages on Instagram of people being like, I so relate to this, or my child or my sister or my friend or my parent has this, and now you have really helped me understand it a little bit better. It means so much to me. I feel very seen and very heard in a way that I don't feel like sometimes when you're struggling with mental health stuff or even addiction stuff that you feel that way. And that's because you guys have given me a safe place to do this. And I just want to say I am incredibly grateful for that. And thank you so much. And I think that me being able to share over here and the reception that I got has really helped me to be able to step into taking care of myself. Call it self-care, call it whatever, but just enjoying myself, enjoying my life each and every day and living my best life. And I've had a great last couple nights, and I'm going to have a great couple nights going forward, and just take it day by day. And I hope that you will too. And thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate it. And I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.